Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are in the world. So 3, 2, 1, beam me up my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads, you're delicious and bright. Yes, they are, aren't they, my delicious little babies? Now then, our weather in our old neck of the woods in the old UK, that never meant no. Well, there's very little wind, there's no rain, and it's rather chilly, okay? And we woke up this morning to super duper frost all on the rooftops and all on the cars, okay, as well as on the pavements, my delicious little babies. So it shows the state of the affairs in our UK at the moment with our putrid effing little lackeys. Do you see what I mean? Who are called a government, okay, my delicious little babies, who cannot gun themselves out of a effing paper bag. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so that's the weather in our neck of the woods in the old UK. It may differ in other places. Okay, now I'm having to come closer to the camera, hoping that you'll be able to hear me a bit better. Okay, my delicious little babies. So until I get another camera, well, you know, this is the one that we got. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, it's better than naught at all. Okay, now then. So I've just uploaded other videos, my delicious little babies, okay? So, and I actually did the Cancerian video yesterday, which is it's something that I do not normally do, my delicious little babies, but I just knew, there we are, that it was for somebody. Okay, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so, you know, God bless, okay? Now then, what I'm going to say is just like when it happens, when that happens, you see. Okay, my delicious babies. So I've uploaded the readings, as many readings as what I can do, my delicious little babies, okay? So the point I'm making, well, I've got plenty to say, okay, my delicious little babies. So if this video comes down, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, well, the fact of the matter is, it comes down, okay, my delicious little babies. There's very little I can do about it. I've put up all the other videos, and I've even done like a super duper quick little video just to explain as well, my delicious little babies, okay, to, you know, to the best that I can, okay. So I'm just going to talk about some things. Now, my left eye was jumping, and I kept seeing little robin that kept coming in the garden, my delicious little babies, okay. Now, for most who see a little robin, that's usually a good sign. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? But what I noticed over the years is that for me, it usually means I'm going to hear some sort of very sad news or bad news. Do you see what I mean, okay? And my left eye was jumping. I actually said it on my video on Friday, my delicious little baby. So it wasn't yesterday, it was Friday, okay? And when your left eye jumps, okay, it usually means that it's gonna be bad news. You're gonna hear bad news, or it's gonna be a disappointment of some sort, okay, my delicious little babies. Well, very early this morning, I received a call that there's been some extremely sad news, my delicious little babies, and you know, it's really sad, and I'm not going to say anything more about that, okay, my delicious little babies, because I do not feel that I have the permission to say anything else, okay, my delicious little babies, so it's better that I do not, okay. But since that time anyway, me left eye, you know, stopped jumping. Okay, my delicious little babies. See, I just believe in all of this because I've had it for years. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, everybody's different, of course, okay? But as you all very well know, do readings, so there we are, and I am spiritual, okay, my delicious little babies? I mean, sometimes you'll see me, you know, where I'm on one. You know, sometimes you'll see me where I'm laughing and jerking. Other times, you know, because I like to have a laugh, I like to have a jerk, you know, just like anybody does, you know, well, for most. They like to have a laugh and a jerk, don't they? But I also have many serious conversations. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So it's not that I'm sat in front of the camera, to depress or to bore anybody. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, it's just that I tend to say what's on my mind, and one of my struggles is not being able to say something. Do you see what I mean? I really struggle with that. Big time, I struggle with it. Do you see what I mean? I was like it when I was at school, when I was like a little wee bairn. Do you see what I mean? So I'm 50 now. So I'm not going to change who I am, okay, for anybody. If I want to change something about myself, or I wish to change something about myself, then I might just do it. But I should not feel, and actually nobody in the world should feel, that they should have to change, say, for a certain platform or certain platforms. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Because to me, it feels like you're back at school. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? You know, it's like, you've been a naughty girl, so you can go and stand outside the door. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay? Well, I'm a 50-year-old woman. I'm a big woman. I'm not a flipping young bairn. I'm not a child. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, so I'm going to get to that part in a moment. But I'm going to be having my say on this video. My delicious little babies, put it that way. So I am expecting, there we are, to get this video removed. And I am expecting, there we are, to be banged off for another 2 weeks. Because as we all very well know, for those of us who do know, sorry, my delicious little babies, that come the third strike, well, you're off YouTube altogether. Well, and if that's the way it is, my delicious little babies, I'm not shouting at you, my delicious little babies. It's just I want to make sure that I've got my flipping damn well point across loud and clear. Do you see what I mean? For old little YouTube there, okay? My delicious little babies. That, you see, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to have my say. So what will be, will be. But if it ends up where I've got 2 weeks that I'm banged off for, and then finally, you know, the likelihood is it'll be for good. Well, and that is it then, isn't it? You know, because to me, I'm not going to be beholden to any organisation like that. No, I'm not. To YouTube. No, I'm not to you, YouTube. No, I'm not. Do you see? And I'm not going to feel that like, oh, I get a tap on the hand if I've been a naughty little girl. No, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not a flipping wee young bairn. I'm a flipping woman. Do you know what I mean? And we should not, any of us in the world, feel that others must keep us quiet every 5 seconds, because that is not seen to be fair. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you see? That is my view. I'm a woman with a view. I shall have my effing view. Yes, I will. And I'll continue to have my view. Do you see? Because as far as I'm concerned, I have not really said anything that, say, somebody else has not said. Do you see what I mean? But it seems, and I'm going to get into this, my delicious little baby, shall I? That, yeah, YouTube removed content on, right, the first time, which was the 28th of the 7th, which was July 2023, saying, okay, this is their excuse, your excuse, YouTube, medical misinformation policy. Oh, right, okay. Let's continue. The video was called A Little Moan and a Little Natter. Okay, my delicious babies. Then I had a copyright claim on the 21st of the 9th, 2023. Okay, now that video read, a lovely evening video, my little lovelies. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay. Now then, okay, so that copyright there, okay, that was a copyright, okay. So what it was not shown in certain countries. Now, if my man serves me correctly, I'm pretty sure, was it this one? It could have been Russia, that this video could not be shown in Russia. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, but it could be shown in other places, okay? But then I also had another copy. In fact, I think I had another two, if my man serves me correctly. Was it my first year on YouTube? Because I've been on over 2 years now, 2 years. So I had another two copyrights. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? But then I've also had a number of videos that have been removed. So then today, I had another video removed this morning at 11:15 a.m. My delicious little babies, okay? Which was, you know, well, it's 11:15 my time, okay? Saying medical misinformation policy again. And that video, my delicious little babies, was the title of it was I Am Back with What I Want to Talk About. Now, what happened was I got banged off for a week just to start this new year. Well, you know, the new year that they've said it is. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So I was banged off for a week then, so it must be that video then. What I want to know is, my delicious little babies, and you, YouTube, okay, is why is it taking you till February? That's what I want to know. Why is it taking you till February to remove I Am Back with What I Want to Talk About, which was the week after my ban, after you barred me for a week, YouTube? Do you see what I mean? So why is it taking you so long now then, isn't it? Do you see what I'm saying? But you see, my delicious little babies out there, this is how they play the game. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, this is how YouTube plays it. Do you see? Okay, so they'll leave your videos up. Okay, I've had a couple where they've taken them down more or less. That one, I was wearing a black dress on that one, my delicious little babies. Okay, and I was talking about just to do with health and vegetables and, you know, somebody's health and anybody's health, my health, anybody's health. And I was talking about vegetables and things like that. And in that video, got stuck on 1 second, 1 second. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Are you following me? Please and thank you. You see? So far, I've had that many videos now. There we are, taken down. Fair enough. I've taken some of my videos down because I've only left them up for a time. Whoever was meant to see them was meant, there we are, to see them. And then I removed them. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But that's because I chose to remove them. Do you see? But the thing is with me, and if my man serves me correctly, because there was another video before, you know, in the old Dog and Burn, God bless, okay, that I still left on there, on the camera, my delicious little babies, okay, and so it could be that one, and I left it on my old Dog and Burn, my delicious little babies, because I had to get a new one. For those of you delicious little babies who are aware that my other one got misplaced, it was so silly how that happened as well. It was just so silly. I've never lost a Dog and Burn in the whole of my lifetime, and I'm 50 now. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? It was just really silly. I just put it down. Do you see? I know exactly where I did it. Do you see what I mean? It was actually on the outside of the bonnet of somebody's car, because I was telling them about my channel, because I know who it is, because I know his sister, you see, down the road. And he was on his way out, you know, for the weekend, and it was dark. And I said, let me type in, you know, my channel. I said, so that you can get information. So I borrowed, you know, took his Dog and Burn off him. That's what happened, my delicious little babies. This is simple things. This is what happened. Big time, I'm telling the truth. So I took his Dog and Burn. I was typing in my channel that I'm, you know, in the camera now, you know, to upload. And I left my Dog and Burn on, because I was looking at it. I left it where the driver's side is, the outside on the bonnet of the car. So when I handed, God bless him, your man there, his Dog and Burn back, I then walked off. That's what happened. That's genuine what happened. And how it landed up in Sutton Coldfield, okay, which is not many miles away from myself, my delicious babies, okay, because he had to stop off and get petrol in to go. I know where he's talking about, to then get on the dual carriageway, so I know exactly where he was talking about. Do you see? But because like the back of my Dog and Burn, the cover, because it like had like a kind of a rubber back, so for a time it must have stuck to the bonnet of the car, my delicious little baby. So it went on a little adventure. But clearly where it ended up, because it was tracked, but where it ended up, I mean, of course, you know, I put a block and everything on it. Do you see what I mean? But by now, it's probably either, I don't know, probably in a bush somewhere, or it probably then flew on the road or something, you know, and it's probably been, bless it, had about 1,000 tyres go over it. God bless, but poor little thing. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Then again, like I said, it could just be stuck in a bush. But the fact of the matter is, you know, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. So, you know, and when he said the route he'd gone, do you see, I seen him days later. And I said, but the thing is, I said, I knew for a fact that if you would have spotted it, I said, you would have put it in your car until you'd seen me days later. He said, yes, I would have done. Carla, do you see what I mean? He said, no trouble there, which he would have done. He would have just put it in. Do you see what I mean? It was my silly fault. I've never, ever in the whole of my life, ever done anything like that before. And I wouldn't even mind. It wasn't late. It wasn't anything. It only just turned dark. Do you see what I mean? So it was just a silly mistake, my delicious babies. I suppose it happens, but I mean, if we look at it another way, it was better that it happened that way than maybe for some, you know, where they've got every single solitary thing on their Dog and Burn, okay, and sometimes even maybe credit cards, cash and all sorts, don't they? They put inside the, you know, their little covers. Do you see what I mean? Say if they'd have left it on a bus or in a supermarket or, I don't know, in a shopping centre or something, well, or left it on a bench or something like that, well, the chances are somebody probably would have got a lot more information. But for me, thankfully, I do not use my Dog and Burn really for much. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, okay? I tend to, you know, write things down really, and do you see what I mean? So there's very little I would say that I use my Dog and Burn for, really, my delicious little babies, do you see, okay? I mean, really, to be honest, if I never did YouTube videos or even then going over to BitChute, which I am, my delicious little babies, okay? Well, I would probably like one of those old little ones, you know, because I mean, those used to last me a flipping lifetime, my delicious little babies, you know, those little ones where you just send a text message, just got a tiny screen, because that's all you really just used it for, you know. I mean, I hardly ever say talked on a Dog and Burn, because those were the days, my delicious little babies, when ones, you know, you talk to one another or you go out with one another, whether you're going clubbing or whatever you're doing. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, so you might just send a little message, or you might just, you know what I mean? Or once you're out at work and everything, you bump into whoever it is anyway, you know, your mates, and then, do you see what I mean? Then you just organise just to meet up, you know. And to be honest, I never ever used to really even take my Dog and Burn out. Do you see what I've just never been that way, if you know what I mean? With me, I'm better on a landline. I've got a landline, my delicious little babies. Do you see? But I prefer the landline, if you know what I mean, you know, or, you know, but like I said, for others, I've still got one of my dear, beautiful little friends, you know what I mean, and she still has one of those. She has a modern Dog and Burn, you know, but she also has one of those little ones as well. I just feel I may go back and go and buy one of those. I think you could pay about 20 or 30 quid for it. But the good thing about that as well, and for those of you, my delicious little babies, who will know this, okay, is that with those, there's very few who do not, with those little tiny ones, like whether it's Motorola or Nokia, okay. Well, the battery used to last forever. These, you know, I mean, I've done me videos today, my delicious little babies, and I'm on about, I reckon, about 49% now. And then it's going to take ages to recharge, my delicious little babies. Do you say? So anyway, so yeah, I mean, I suppose they have their uses, you know. But it's like I'm not really one for having photographs on a dog and burn either. You see, with me, I prefer the photographs like that. You know how they used to be? You know, a photograph's a photograph. You can take the photographs out. You can look at it. You can go, oh, yes, do you remember that? Or do you see what I mean? But these days, it's like, I've seen, honestly, so many, and it's just like that. Whereas with me, I just prefer the old-fashioned way. I'm just very old-fashioned in a lot of ways, my delicious little babies, do you say? Anyway, let me get into this now. So, yeah, so that's what happened there with YouTube. So I'll talk more about it at the end, my delicious little babies, okay, because I just need to get this information out, okay. And thank you to anybody while I've been on YouTube. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anybody who's even ever subscribed to me, you know, thank you. Thank you to anybody for sending any comments. Thank you. Thank you for any likes. Thank you. I'm so very thankful and so very grateful. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? The most important thing with myself to yourselves, whoever watches my videos, my delicious little babies, is that I managed to get the information out, and that for your delicious little baby selves, whoever takes an interest will then go on to wherever I've advertised. If you find it informative, useful in any way, and you feel that it can help not only yourselves with any particular video, not my videos, I'm talking about the videos that I advertise or suggest, do you see? And that you can pass them on, and then so that they can help, so I'm stumbling there, others. That's the whole point of what I do, but I do it as a hobby. I enjoy, there we are, my hobby. But if I get banged off again for now 2 weeks, that, I know that this is going to sound, it doesn't bother me, my delicious little babies, that I get banged off again. No, it doesn't. Neither for the fact that my video gets removed, okay, that's just the way life goes, isn't it? To me, it shows one thing, my delicious little babies, and what it shows me, and it should be showing yourselves, my delicious little babies, is that if nobody's got anything to hide, then why even go to these lengths? And it's not just me who's going through this, my delicious little babies, there's plenty, believe me on that one, of other YouTubers, and even some who are now, you know, going over to BitChute, my delicious little babies, because they've just been damn well had enough. I've damn well had enough, my delicious little babies. Anyway, I've got to go on to something else now. So, my little brother, bless, okay. Oh, he is really sweet, actually, my little brother. Do you understand what I mean? He really is, you know. He is a little sweetie-arty, you know what I mean? And he sends me these, you know, little quotes, and then he sends me, you know, hi, Carla. No, usually good morning, Carly, you know what I mean? Sorry, not hi. Good morning, Carly, you know, like, and with this particular little quote, you know, he put underneath, you know, I hope that you have a, you know, a really lovely and peaceful week. What is it? What else did he put? It's all right, it's my dog and bone, but, you know, God bless sister, and puts hearts and kisses. Do you see what I mean? Really sweet, do you see? Well, this one here, and I chose one, you know, out the quotes, to read out to you, my delicious little babies, okay? So I do smile, my delicious little babies, okay? It's just that when I'm talking about serious things, that's another thing, you see what I mean? Anyway, But this here, I wanted to just share it with you, my delicious little babies, because he sends me a different one each morning, okay? You know, before he goes to work himself, he does different shifts, okay? I'm going to read it out to you, okay? Real beauty is not what the eyes, can behold, but what the heart can hold. Yes? What we see with our eyes will vanish someday. Yes? But what we store in our heart will stay forever. And it's Good Morning Poems and Quotes. That's where it's from, Good Morning Poems and Quotes. So I will just repeat that once again for you, my delicious little babies, because you have to listen to it properly. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Please and thank you. Not that you're never the first time, but you have to understand it, if you know what I mean. Real beauty is not what the eyes can behold, but what the heart can hold. Do you see? What we see with our eyes will vanish someday. Well, they will vanish someday. My delicious little babies, it happens to all of us. Okay? But what we store in our heart will stay forever. So true. That is so, so true. You see? So what do they say? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, because that's the saying, isn't it, my delicious little babies? But if you look at it one way, well, yes, because not everybody would see, like, say, for example, I could see beauty, not just looks, okay? And anyway, I'm not looking for anyone, right? Not just looks, my delicious little babies. I'm talking about the beauty within somebody. You can just, I know what I'm talking about. You can just really, there we are, super duper see something so beautiful and so special that whoever it is who you like, yes, they may not even see that in their own selves. Do you see? But if somebody else sees it and sees what they do not see, okay, then that helps them as well. Can you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, okay? Because there could be something that's gone on, because nobody ever knows who they meet, do they? Do you see what I mean? So other things could have gone on in their lives, other things could have gone on in my life. I'm just using examples, my delicious little babies, do you see? But once you see that beauty, so it's not, I mean, we're so blessed, so I'm not saying this against anybody. Oh, God bless delicious little, poor little babies who cannot see or hear. I do not mean it that way, right? But what I'm saying is, instead of just looking and saying, oh, yes, you know, I'll have a bit of that. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? You have to look deeper. That's why, when I read, poems and quotes like this, to me, there we are. It's really heartwarming, do you see? But it's so true. Because it is true, isn't it? What stays in your heart will stay in your heart forever. So it's so, so true. Do you see? And then when you look at that part there, but what the heart can hold, which is true. Because your heart can only hold so much, can't it? My delicious little babies, do you see? I just thought that was really lovely. But I also see that as being rather deep as well. So even though it can come across as rather simply, very simple, but it's very deep it's very deep as well. So it's what it means to whoever it is. Do you see? But where it says, but what we see with our eyes will vanish someday. Well, it will, won't it? you know, because we're all on a journey, you know, we're all, you know, very grateful and thankful to be here for most of us, God bless. And, you know, we've been blessed to get to the different ages that we've reached. You see, like I'm blessed to get to the age of 50. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, somebody else could be 70. They could say, gosh, you know, I feel so blessed I'm 70. Somebody could, you know, reach the age of 20 or 30. Do you see? They could be just so thankful and grateful for that. But the point is, we're all, there we are, on a journey. Okay? But ultimately, when that journey ends, you know, politely speaking, okay, I mean, I know that there's different situations. I'm just trying to put this in a very nice, sweet way. That, but we all close our eyes, don't we? You know, so we say goodbye. Do you see? So there's only so much to see, isn't there? That's the point I'm making, my delicious little babies. But if we're blessed to be able to see things, there we are, then that is truly a blessing. I'm all cold all the time when I'm saying this. Do you see? Anyway, my delicious little babies, but I thought that was so beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So I'm not going to put a tick because it's my brother. I'm going to put a heart. Thank you. Okay, my delicious, and I put his name. Okay, my delicious little babies. Oh, my little brother, God bless. But yeah, you know, because he's very, he's really thoughtful like that. My delicious little babies. I've no need to stumble there. He is very thoughtful, you know. So like, you know, like how you can get some men and they go out and like, you know, they just buy their, you know, their significant other, you know, husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend, and they just buy them any old thing. I don't mean that nastily, my delicious little babies. I've seen it. There we are in my decades. They just really just couldn't give a fiddler's F. Do you understand what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, sure, you know, the missus will have that or the mister will have that. Do you see what I mean? There's no thought that's gone into it. Well, with my little brother, God bless, you know, and he'd been in a relationship, you see what I mean? He's very thoughtful. And even, you know, with my beautiful little baby daughters, oh, how I love them also, okay? He's very thoughtful with their birthday gifts or the Christmas gifts. He always spares a thought, you know, and he looks at the types of things that they like. Do you see what I mean, okay? You know, anybody could, I don't know, you know, because we want to keep the ka-ching going, okay, my delicious little babies, but it's just figure of speech, isn't it? Anyone could just shove a, you know, a gift card, you know, in another card. Do you see what I mean? Or stick a bit of ka-ching. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? I've always seen that. I mean, I know that some are busy, and I know that for some they do not know what somebody would like. So what they do is they think, oh, it's just easier. Do you know what I mean? Just to do that. But I've always thought myself, there's no real thought that's gone into it. So I always... He and I are very much, there we are, the same, me and my little brother. We are this very similar like that. I will look and I'll think, well, my thoughts will be sorry, you know, because if you have to think, it means no, you spare a thought instead. My thoughts are, well, what types of things do they like? You know, what would they find useful? What would they find that would be helpful to whoever it is? Do you see what I mean? And then you do it that way, do you see? Okay? Yeah, I mean, my little brother, he will go traipsing around the shops, you know, to go and get, you know, special little things. Do you see what I mean? He will do that, do you see? I just think that that's really lovely, you know. But then I've seen the other side of things, you know, with men and women, because everybody's different, aren't they? And they're just simply, you know, simple things, cannot be bothered, you know. But I've never been that way. I've always, you know, been thoughtful, and so is my little brother. There we are, he's the same. Do you see? My delicious little babies. Anyway, so I thought that was lovely. Anyway, my delicious little babies. Okay, so I'll tick that off. To do with how many flipping videos and everything. Get flipping removed, right? Don't let it go, you know, my delicious little babies. I'll never let it go, you know what I mean? Right. Now then, oh yeah, this one here. My delicious little babies. Now this uploader on YouTube, My Delicious Little Babies, on YouTube, My Delicious Little Babies, okay, happens to have 13.7 thousand subscribers, My Delicious Little Babies. So 13.7 thousand subscribers, My Delicious Little Babies. The video should read, okay, oh sorry, the uploader is called Winston Marshall. Winston, that's what you need to type please and thank you into the old space bar should you have any of an interest in this video, My Delicious Little Babies. Marshall is M-A-R-S-H-A-L-L, Marshall. Winston Marshall, that's the uploader. So you please and thank you type that into space bar in YouTube, and then the video should read The Untold Truth About Immigration in Britain with Matt Goodwin. Now, I've mentioned Matt Goodwin before. He was talking to, what was his name? Bob, oh, begins with a B. Anyway, My Delicious Little Babies, so I'm going to tick this off now then. The thing is, My Delicious Little Babies, okay? Well, I agreed with what Mark Goodwin was saying. You know, your man there, Mark Goodwin, right, to your other man there. So I listened to it this morning. I agreed with some of it, My Delicious Little Babies, okay? But there's other bits that I never agreed with, okay? My Delicious Little Babies, okay? One of the things that I never agreed with, because he was talking about, you know, that there's less and less now. I just need to have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. He was saying that there's a lot less now who are really following the royal family, you know, which is, you know, and it's very clear to me that by the way that he was talking, My Delicious Little Babies, that he seems to still like the fake royal family in our UK, My Delicious Little Babies, okay? So I would have said to that, no, it's not the fact that you've got less and less. It just means that they've called out, more and more are called out the bullshit. Do you see what I mean, My Delicious Little Babies? I could have put a comment and I was in two minds and I thought, you know, I'm not going to, because once I start, I flipping don't stop. It's like I flipping have to write a novel. My Delicious Little Babies, do you see? So it's better that I just do not send a comment. Do you see what I mean? So I never agreed with that. He talked about, you know, because the only ones who do follow the fake royal families or anybody else in the world who follows those flipping fake royal families in different countries, clearly not being nasty, My Delicious Little Babies. So if my channel at this moment in time is not for somebody to do with the fake royal family that I'm talking about, please skip my channel. I beg you with a Lord of mercy. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to flipping bow to shat. Not a chance. Okay? I think of our dear, beautiful, God bless their beautiful, dear little souls, our beautiful little families who do not even have a proper, decent home to live in. I think about our poor little dear homeless who've got no home to live in. So I do not suck up or kiss anybody's flipping ring hole. Do you see what I mean? And I certainly ain't going to do it for those putrid pieces of shark creatures that they are. So no. So, yeah. So, and then he was talking about the Brexit, yes, okay. Then he was talking about, you know, ones who he used to be friends with, you know, they used to go out and all that. He talked about a number of different things, My Delicious Little Babies, but what he was also talking about is that we need a different type of government, not what we've got at the moment, My Delicious Little Babies. You know, it's like left, right, left. Do you see what I mean? My Delicious Little Babies, okay? But he even mentioned, you know, that reform. Well, I wouldn't trust that reform as far as I could throw them. My Delicious Little Babies, that's just a saying. A figure of speech, old-fashioned saying, My Delicious Little Babies. I certainly wouldn't trust that. What's his name? Richard Darcy, is it? I wouldn't trust him. As far as you can flip him, throw him. He's a little man in a little suit with a flick and shifty eyes. Wouldn't trust him as far as you could throw him. Anyway, as it turned out, I do believe trying to remember now from this morning, this video with Mark Goodwin, that he said he's got nothing against Richard Darst from Reform. It's just I just feel that maybe the impression I got is that Mark Goodwin, he did not feel that would be the right way to go either. My delicious little babies. Then he was on about Nigel Farage, and you know, like he said, he's got nothing against any of them. He's got nothing against Richard, got nothing against Nigel. You know, it's just that he does not feel, you know, that that's what we need in this country. Well, hooray, hip hip hooray, we flipping finally agree on something. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you see? You see what it is? I was done saying it long time. I'm not going to keep going through it, but I'll just say it very quickly. The fact of the matter is, you just need to boot all of them out, every single effing one. Pieces of little sharts, little putrid little critters, all of them in London. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Our putrid effing governments. Boot them all out. And then what you want to do then, this is how I would do it, is you get some really good business gentlemen, okay, who are not part of we know where, okay, my delicious little babies, and who, okay, and you know, it's like independent, isn't it? But it's ones where everybody works together. They may be businessmen, okay, but they're like you and I. Do you see? Okay, my delicious little babies, and then preferably where they can bring something to the table, you know, other than pen pushing. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you see? Because the point is, you want everybody to work together. But my point is, really, if we look at this a different way, well, really, I do not feel that any one of us in our country needs to be governed. No, I do not. I said it before. I'll be done saying it again. If everybody got together, yes, we'd probably have a few teething issues, but we'd be able to work it out who can do what, because we have so many different skills, okay? There are so many of us that we could bring it to the table and we could work it all out. And let's face it, if we really look at it, we're not being governed by anybody. There we are. If we really look at it this way, we're really not being governed at all. So really, because you got Rishi Kermit the Frog Sunak, yeah, stumbled there with him, putrid little critter, piece of shart, okay? Well, he was not elected, was he? My delicious little babies, do you say? Okay, so the fact is, who exactly is running the country? Do you see, my delicious little babies? Because it's certainly not our putrid effing UK government, is it? My delicious little babies, okay? We all know who is pulling the strings here, don't we? My delicious little babies, yes we do, okay? So that's what I have to say there. But yeah, well worth a listen actually. Like I said, I agreed on some things, okay? Shine that light, yeah? I agreed on some things, but other things I did not agree on. Somebody's think about me, I hope it's juicy and delicious. Okay, my delicious babies, I always say that, don't I? So yes. So, well worth a listen there. Do you see what I mean? Where he has his say. He also said that since he's had his little daughter, you know, that he sees things differently. Well, of course, you do see things. Well, you know, any parent, do you know what I mean? God bless. And that's not to her to offend any dear women or dear ladies, you know, who've had very sad situations. I did not mean it that way, my delicious little babies, okay? But yes. Well, it should change your mind. It's like what I see going on in the world myself. You know, I've got two beautiful baby daughters. Yes, they're grown up. Yes, they are. But the fact of the matter is, and how I love them both so, but the fact of the matter is, I want to see them thrive. You know, and like I said, you know, I know plenty, you know, and even on our roads and everything, they've all got little babies, little bairns and little tiny babies and everything like that. She said to me, all the parents want to see them thrive. I've got beautiful, dear little friends who, you know, who have got little bairns and, you know, the grown-up bairns and younger bairns and, you know, little baby grandbabies, you know, beautiful little grandbabies. Do you see what I mean? And they're beautiful bairns. Do you say? You know, they're grown up, but that's not the point. The point is we want to see them all thrive. That's the point, and prosper. So yes, this is a massive concern, what's going on in the world right now. And I've been listening to, there we are, many videos where, you know, you've got grown man, grown woman, and it is frightening what's going on, my delicious little babies. And where these putrid and the little lackeys are wanting to take this, the putrid little lackeys are wanting to take this, not realising that them themselves are for the chopping block. That's just a figure of speech, my delicious little babies, okay? For the chopping block as well. Do you see what I mean? But because they're so thick, they do not see that. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? You just want to be little men in little suits and think that the flipping shart doesn't stink. But like I said, their shart stinks to effing high heaven, and no amount of bleach, flipping spray, will flipping stop their effing shart from stinking. I do not even know how any of them could even sleep at effing night. They're disgusting. They disgust me. So that's that, my delicious little babies. Now then, next one. So this is YouTube as well, my delicious little babies, okay? These are just what's come up on my feed, my delicious little babies. I have not gone seeking. These have come up on my feed, okay, my delicious little babies, because you see I put next to them, you click on those three little, you know, on the right-hand side, I'll just put do not recommend. Do you know what I mean? And then if I can only put not interested, I just click on, you know, not interested. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But because they came up, I thought, oh, is there something new that's going to be said or something? Do you see what I mean? But it's interesting to listen. Now then, this one here, this uploader on YouTube, the uploader is called, so please and thank you, type it into search engine, should you have an interest, Jesus is eternal. That's the uploader, my delicious little babies. So it's Jesus and then a space bar, is space bar eternal. Okay, my delicious little babies, that's the uploader. I'll repeat it again. This uploader happens to have 4.7 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies. So 4.7 thousand subscribers on YouTube. The video should read, my delicious little babies, and it's not long. The longest video is the first one I've mentioned, okay, it's over an hour. This one here, I think it's about, is it over 20 minutes long? It could be over 20 minutes long, my delicious little babies, okay? This video should read, angry Muslim, okay, my delicious little babies, instantly regrets asking this question. And then it's Hyde Park, Hyde Park, H-Y-D-A-E, sorry, Hyde Park Speaker's Corner. So I'm sure that for most of you delicious little babies, you would have heard of Speaker's Corner in the UK, my delicious little babies, okay? So I'll just repeat that once again. Angry Muslim instantly regrets asking this question. Hyde Park Speaker's Corner. Okay, that's on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? Yes, again, you see you've got a lot of shouting going on there, okay? You did have the Muslim man there, okay, because you had a Muslim man, you had a white man as well, okay? And then, of course, you had somebody else, he came in, he had like a hat, sunglasses, like an army kind of jacket or outfit on. He looked like Gaddafi. There we are, that's who he looked like, Gaddafi. Okay, my delicious little babies, because when you looked, you thought, oh, do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies. So he's somebody who clearly really liked Mr. Gaddafi, and he wants to dress like Mr. Gaddafi, do you say? When he got into your man's face there, you know, okay, and we say, oh, you're a liar, but the previous one to that, my delicious little babies, he did not seem to know what particular words meant, my delicious little babies. Do you see? So he was shouting. he was not giving your other man there a chance to speak. There we are, who clearly knew what he was talking about. The other one was just shouting, and then the other one comes in, starts shouting, okay? But it's not one of those videos, my delicious little babies, where you cannot understand or hear what's going on. Sometimes, if I've listened to what's gone on in Speaker's Corner, you simply, whoever's took the footage, you simply cannot hear what anybody's saying. It's just rah, 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 rah. Do you see what I mean? And I just click off because you're not being able to hear the proper, what it's all about, what the discussion's about, or the debate's about. But this, for those two men there, well, what could they say? Because your other man there was done telling them, okay? So I haven't said that out of... Anyway, I'm not even going down that road. Anybody who knows me in my life personally knows that I'm not racist, prejudiced or nothing. What I was doing was getting you to see, okay, my delicious little babies, what I'm talking about, okay, and how, let's just say, some things differ from other things, shall we say, my delicious little babies, okay? So that's those two there, so I haven't missed nothing out, have I? Right, now I've got one last one, and then I'm just going to finish my video by saying a few things, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, this is interesting, this. I mentioned the Red Cross, didn't I, my delicious little babies? Yes, I did, I do, remember mentioning the Red Cross on one of my videos, my delicious little babies, okay? So this one here, my delicious little babies, and I do happen to advertise this, and of course for anybody not in that way, okay? This is on BitChute, my delicious little babies, but I do happen to advertise them quite regularly, simply because they bang out some good videos, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Most of them, I feel, are not very long, okay, my delicious little babies. Now, search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies, we're going to tick you off, okay? Please and thank you, my delicious little babies. Search engine of your choice, understanding, you see, it's all together. It's 3 words all together, understanding the lies, or the lies, understanding the lies, okay, my delicious little babies, then a space, or space bars I used to always call it, BitChute, okay, my delicious little babies, then you should reach your destination, okay, my delicious little babies, please and thank you. The video should read, this one's funny, is Chris Scar. So, Understanding the Lies, the uploader, God bless, has uploaded a video, of Chris Scar. Okay, he usually just does shorty, tiny little shorty videos. Chris Scar does, okay? Chris Scar calls the Red Cross asking if he can donate blood with... Well, I may as well say it now anyway, because I'm already flipping in trouble anyway. Vaccine, okay, which of course, as we very well know, my delicious little babies, is not a vaccine, okay, my delicious little babies. That's just how they conned, coerced and forced everybody, my delicious little babies. That doesn't mean no, okay? So I'm fed up of keeping my trap shut. I ain't going to do it, like I said. If I'm going to get banged off, bang me off again, YouTube, okay? Vaccine symptoms. I'll just repeat that again for you, shall I, my delicious little babies? Chris Scar calls the Red Cross asking if he can donate blood. Yes, it's fair enough, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Because that's what a Red Cross is there for, isn't it? Okay, my delicious little babies. With a vaccine, see, I stumble on that word, don't I? Vaccine symptoms, my delicious little babies, okay? And then I'm going to close my book. I've just got to put one more there. I know what that is. I'll tell you in a moment. My delicious little babies. Now then. So, yeah, really interesting this was. Now, this video was just over 7 minutes long, my delicious little babies, okay? So what Chris was doing, your man there, okay? He was asking... what I feel would be an everyday question, really, my delicious little babies. So he was asking, because of course what we've been hearing, my delicious little babies, okay, and I've already heard this, my delicious little babies. So of course when I watch Chris's little video, okay? I wasn't surprised because I've already heard something somewhere else. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So he asked, you know, on the Dog and Burn, so because he's, you know, been told other things now and seen other things, yes, and I'm going to close my book, he asked, well, say, for example, if he's had blood clots, well, can he donate blood? Donate blood, my delicious little babies? Well, anyway, I mean, there's a lot of what I felt was quite a giveaway because there was a lot of silences on the other end of the Dog and Burn, my delicious little babies. A lot of silences, do you say? Okay? If somebody's very sure of themselves now, like your woman on the other end of the Dog and Burn, she should be able to answer most confidently, do you see, my delicious little babies? But this just did not seem to be really the case. Seemed to be a lot of silences, you know, because one woman there now, you know, puts Chris through to another woman there now, supposedly an expert. Well, like I've said, nobody's an expert, my delicious little babies. That word should be fully removed from the effing dictionary, okay? Because we have not seen any experts in what, nearly 4 years? 4 years? My delicious little babies, these so-called experts who told delicious, dear little babies out there, God love everybody, to go and take the flipping jibby jab vaccine that they called it, and forced others, and then where others couldn't travel unless they'd had 2. Yes, as YouTube, you're going to bang me off for this then, and remove my video. Do you see what I mean? I couldn't give a shout now. I couldn't give a shout. Bang me off for another 2 weeks. Okay? Because why must I keep my trap shut when somebody else, I've got nothing against any other uploader, not at all, but it just really amazes me when somebody has either got an extra large platform, okay, channel, okay, or they've got letters before the name or something like this now, okay, that they can talk about things now, but I cannot. And I haven't said a third. Do you see? So YouTube now, come on. Do you know what I mean? You're going to kick me off. Kick me off then, isn't it? Yes? But you're only showing yourself, there we are, for what you are then, isn't it? Yes? Like I said, if I'm going to get banged off, I may as well get banged off for saying something that supposedly little YouTube sees as wrong, when this isn't wrong at all. It's public effing knowledge. Anyway, my delicious little babies, I'm not shouting at you, my delicious little babies, and thank you once again to anybody who even takes the time, if you manage to see this video this evening, my delicious little babies, okay, or even tomorrow, you know, because you never know, they may try to get there quicker. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, to remove it, okay? Anyway, so, but I'll keep this one, anyway, my delicious little babies, okay? Now then, so yes. So what was it he said? So he asked a question, Chris did, and he said, well, he said, so what about blood clots? Yes, so they said, well, and then it went silent, and then you need to listen to the video, my delicious little babies, on BitChute, Understanding the Lies. You really need to listen to it, please and thank you, my delicious little babies. Yeah, then you hear the truth, isn't it? Because you see what the Red Cross were there then doing is lying. There we are, blatantly lying, and they even put the Dog and Burn down on Chris. Even cut him off, put the Dog and Burn down. So if they've got nothing to be hiding then, or lying about, then why do that then, my delicious little babies? And why have these silences, okay? Because we have heard, I have heard, and others have heard, my delicious little babies, okay, plenty, that Red Cross will not take blood out of anybody who has been vaccinated, okay? There we are. And I've already heard it. Okay, so when I heard Chris's, I repeat again, this was no surprise to me because I'd already heard. Do you see what I mean? There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, I have. Okay, so they said, well, I think it was the first one who said, well, the blood clots, your first woman there on the other end of Dog and Bone. She said, well, you would have to have the blood clots removed first. Rather strange. when it comes to the heart part, you know, heart, and I think he was talking to the other woman there then, was it yeah, and to do with the myocarditis and everything like that now, okay? So they say, so she was saying, right, that yes, you can donate blood, but you have to wait 6 months. So with the myocarditis, which of course is connected to the vaccine, the old jibby jab, yes, the one that was supposed to be safe and effective, but of course our putrid effing lackeys of governments in our UK, yes, have you noticed something, Madlish babies? Because I did. And others, there we are, have also noticed. I noticed something, you know, and they kept saying, safe and effective, safe and effective. Well, no, it's not safe and effective. And they've even dropped the effective. There we are. I noticed that big time straight away. I thought, oh, you're not saying it's effective now, are you? Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, it's certainly not safe, and it's certainly not effective. And I was even listening to a Ukrainian. She's retired now. I've got to find the video. I was listening to her last night, my delicious little babies. Okay, she was talking to your man there. I forgot what flipping. I'll find it. Okay, my delicious, but on BitChute. And she was a retired, because it was all to do with the pharmaceutical, and she sold off a business. The businesses, yes, okay. And she knew all about this, what is it called, MHRA or MNRA or mRNA, whatever it's called. She knew about them, and she also knew about the dangers. She was done saying it on that video, my delicious little baby. She knew they were all about this, okay? And the putrid effing governments, they would know about it, there we are, as well, my delicious little babies. They're nothing but barefaced effing liars. But what's happening is YouTube, okay, is done flipping banging everybody off, removing videos, doing all these things now, right, when it's public knowledge. Because one's, God bless the beautiful dear little souls for anybody, are flipping putting 2 and 2 together and certainly coming up to 4. And they keep trying to hide it. They cannot hide it. They're not going to sweep it under the carpet. This situation now, what they've done, okay, they've done a right effing number. And it's a number that they're certainly never going to come back from. I've got nothing across my shoulders that tells me no. And every time they try to think that everybody not think that means no. Every time they try to spare a thought that they can get away with this, no, they will not. They're flipping effing murderers. We need to get it right, what these pieces of shit, not just the UK government, every effing government around the world. They're murderers. That's what they are. Wiping out generations, doing terrible things. Even on my road, I've been done saying it over the months. Beautiful couples, families, everything. Awful things happening. And they're not here, God love them, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, to talk. Same as around the world, and where they say that there's 20 million, are they having an effing laugh? Don't give me effing that. I don't want to hear it. The fact of the matter is, what do they say? There's 6 billion or 7 billion, or, well, it's any flipping number, isn't it? From 8 billion to 7 billion to 6 billion. They need to make their effing minds up. How many are in the flipping earth? On our earth, sorry. So somebody's telling me now, with how many, God bless all of their beautiful dear little souls who have took the old jibby jab, this fake vaccine, which is not an effing vaccine at all, and only 20 million globally have passed away. Give me an effing break. They must think we're effing bloody born yesterday. So, getting back to this now then, my delicious little babies, I'm not shouting at you, my delicious little babies, and I'm not here to hurt, offend or upset anybody. It's just I take this very damn well personally. I really do. Because they've got no skin on the bird race, old-fashioned Jamaican saying, our putrid effing UK governments and the other putrid effing governments all over the world. Oh, and that's another thing that Mark Goodwin said. There's certain things that are over in America, let's just say on the dark side, that should not be in our UK. I couldn't agree more. Nothing against the Americans themselves, it's just theirs putrid pieces of critters and sharp that they are. Bring the flipping nasty, dirty business over into this country. And you see what happens then? We all get the blame. They make the UK make us look like a flipping early show of us all. It's not us. It's our putrid effing, poxy flipping effing governments who have caused all this effing bloody problem. Honestly, I'm not shouting at you, my delicious little babies, right? But I'm not going to say no more, my delicious little babies. Do you understand what I mean? And the more and more that YouTube and everybody else trying to keep things quiet, not everybody else, my delicious babies, right? The more that ones are trying to keep the trap shut, just like the flipping box in the corner of the room, the putrid flipping complicit piece of effing sharp. There are others that are complicit in this murder. They're not going to effing get away with it either. I'm not inciting anything. But let me tell you something now, yes? All of them together. And and I'll get to that in a moment. Okay, my delicious little babies, that'll be my last thing, then I'm going to go, okay? So I'm going to get banged off. I may as well just get banged off for saying how I feel. Disgusts me. And actually, no, and I'm going to say this as well. Let me tell you something. Please, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that my two beautiful little baby daughters that they never take anything, okay? Because let me tell you, I'll be coming for them. Yes. I wouldn't just be flipping happy watching their birth races and this putrid effing media and the putrid effing doctors and nurses walk around. No. No, I would not. Let me tell you. For all the years there we are that I would continue to live, they would not get away with it. And that's what I'm going to say, you see. So if I feel like this, and very sadly I know many, God bless them, who felt that they had to take it. And I'm seeing and have been what the result is. And it's disgusting, it's putrid, it's awful, it's wicked, and it's damn well evil what they have done. And that is how I feel, my delicious little babies, and I will not change. So YouTube, you want to bang me off for 2 weeks? In fact, you want to bang me off for good? Do it for good. Because I'll go somewhere else, at least I know I can speak me effing mind there. Do you know what I mean? Shouldn't have to watch me P's and Q's like a young Ben. Do you know what I mean? Don't treat me like I'm an effing flipping 5-year-old. You may be able to do it with others, YouTube, but you ain't flipping damn well doing it to me. Okay? So I'm done telling ya. So you want to remove my videos, you want to do everything, just do it. Because I'm talking the truth. Of the destruction. Of the very sad passings. Of the generations that have been destroyed. Because I'm done telling the damn truth. Disgusts me. YouTube disgusts me. Our putrid effing governments disgust me. Our putrid effing doctors and nurses disgust me. The putrid effing box in the corner of the room, those poxy flipping, they call themselves journalists. Okay? They disgust me. Every single one of them is complicit in effing murder. That's what they are. They're murdering effing bees. I'm not shouting at you, Mads. I'm really passionate about, I swear to dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our dear Creator, I'm really passionate about this. Yes, I am. I happen to love mankind. I just do not see mankind as a number. That's the difference. But it appears that others do. Like, oh, it's like water off a duck's back. They couldn't give an effing shart. Well, I do. And millions of others do as well. And millions of others, there we are speaking out about this. And that is another reason why they're censoring everything, because they know there's more of us than there are of them. Yeah. Now then, the conclusion. Sorry, I'm sorry, Mads Little Babies, okay? The conclusion to this, yeah? So, Red Cross lad, right? So they then said that they will accept the blood, okay? So, when it has been clearly stated, and like I said, I already know this, so do many others, okay? Mardelicious Little Babies, that they have refused to take any. So if there was nothing wrong with the blood, okay, Mardelicious Little Babies, then why weren't the Red Cross? So the barefaced liars on that dog and burn, and like I said, put the dog and burn down. Do you say, Mardelicious Little Babies? Like I said, you cannot trust any of it. I would not trust any of it. My delicious Little Babies. I was done talking about blood months ago in one of my videos as well, anyway. To do with the blood transfusions and everything and giving blood. I was done talking about that. And I even directed others on YouTube to a video. Okay? These big business donating blood. And it also appears to be big business, doesn't it? Long time, just like long time with blood. Organs, isn't it? Oh, what was it I heard as well? It's on some sort of Facebook, actually. My Delicious Little Babies, apparently, according to what I'd heard. That McDonald's, I do not know where it is. I mean, it could be flipping effing America. That's where it seems to go on over the pond, isn't it? My Delicious Little Babies, mind you. I should imagine they've scattered. Do not mean that nastily, my Delicious Little Babies. God bless anybody. But apparently, Facebook, you know, so they'll bang you off or they'll block any content where you're trying to help others. But it appears that they're quite happy to allow advertisements where McDonald's is advertising human meat. My Delicious Little Babies. Yeah, that's right. Human meat. Now, I was done saying, there we are, long time. Okay? All to do with the business with McDonald's. My Delicious Little Babies. Yes, I was. Do you say? But of course, no one would believe me. You know, because it really does sound unbelievable. But I can well assure you now, there we are. I already know about this. It's very flipping damn well true. Okay? No. My Delicious Little Babies. So, of course, Facebook will allow that, won't they? So, how does that work then? How does that rock and roll, My Delicious Little Babies? So, myself or anybody else who, and there's thousands of others, uploaders, who've been around years and years longer than what I have doing videos, yes? So they're trying to help others just like I am, to get information out, to help others and, you know, to let them know the dangers and everything, and to direct them to videos to help them, okay? I'm not doing it to hurt, offend or upset them, okay? They clearly did what they did for whatever reason they did. That's not what this is about. What we've got to try and do is get them all better. That's the point, who we can get better. Do you see what I mean, my Delicious Little Babies? That's the point to all this, okay? But when we say anything like this, no, others are not liking. But yet Facebook can advertise human meat for ones, if they want to eat it and purchase it, like you or I out here. Oh, but it's okay to advertise that, isn't it, my Delicious Little Babies? Just like it's all right for them to advertise effing paedophiles and everything, yes? So that's all right, isn't it, my Delicious Little Babies? But when ones are trying to help others, oh no, but that's not all right, is it? My Delicious Little Babies, no, because they cannot have that, can they? You see what I mean? My Delicious Little Babies damn well make me effing sick. And finally, I've seen that Dr. David Cartland, I'll just write his name here, on BitChute, My Delicious Babies. I mentioned him once the other day, actually, on another video, where he's left his role now. Okay, so he's left his job. Okay, my delicious little babies, yeah, and he was talking about, I think the video, I think it was about 7 minutes, I think, long. And what he was saying, my delicious little babies, is that, he was talking to one of his, one of his work colleagues, friends. She was, she's a clinician, sorry. And, he kept pointing out, that she's academic, yeah. Well, as we all know, I mean, academics get jealous of each other, don't they, my delicious little babies? Yeah, I heard a nice lengthy video on that as well, my delicious little babies. Anyway, you see it anyway. You've seen it in the colleges, universities, how one looks at another. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Nothing new there, okay? Anyway, and, saying that she was putting off having, the old jibby jab. And what she then went on to do, my delicious little babies, is she had the one that starts with the letter A, my delicious little babies, which apparently is, supposedly has been taken off the market in the UK. You know me, my delicious little babies, whenever they say they've done something, the chances are, my delicious little babies, sorry, that was lights out, the chances are that they haven't done that at all. I wouldn't trust them as far as you can effing throw them. No, I wouldn't. Anyway, his work colleague, his friend now, she's 39, she's ended up with skin problems, she's ended up with, she's very poorly. She was in tears. She said she feels like she's not going to be living for very long, my delicious babies. Now, apparently, because she put it off, but here's what I've got to say, my delicious little babies. So she put it off. Yes, my heart goes out to her. With anybody, I've said in all this time of me doing videos on YouTube, which I have, my heart goes out to anybody who has either been forced, coerced, or whatever the situation may have been to keep their jobs or whatever, yes. But I also know at the start of the rollout, which I do know, okay, that there were nurses who I do know, and I know the daughters, okay, who left their profession because they refused to take anything. And yes, they may have had a hard time, but, with one wage coming in, the husband's working, God bless, but they end up getting the jobs and everything's back hunky-dory, tickety-boo. They'd never, ever set foot as a nurse in a hospital again, my delicious little babies. No, they would not. So that was just a little part that I was a little bit struggling with what Dr. David Cartland had to say. I mean, I know that he wants everybody, he's doing his best to spread the word and, to do and whatever else he's doing. My delicious little babies. I'm not saying that, but the way he kept saying, oh, but she's academic. Well, so if you're academic, I would have thought that, well, apparently with academics, so I'm not having a knock at academics, my delicious little babies. I'm just ding dong asking a question here. So, because you're an academic, does that make you brighter, than anybody else? Well, the fact is, she could have said, so I'm not being wicked to the dear woman, and I hope she gets better very soon, but so I want millions of others to get better, my delicious little babies. It's not just stuck in a little box in a category. Oh, yes, well, only doctors must get better, only nurses who are taking it must get better, or, only academics. No, not at all. So that video bit just, I just thought, oh, right, okay. I thought I'm not even going to bother advertising. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? Because I just thought, no. Going on about that, when there's millions of others. God bless the beautiful, dear little souls. And I'll tell you something else, there's plenty of bloody, God love them, plenty of dear mankind out there who are not academics, and they never took anything. My delicious little babies, do you say? So when she, it swings and roundabouts, what's happened, it's all different. Very sadly, walks of life, who, for whatever reason, took what they took. But what we've got to concentrate on is how we get it out of everybody's bodies. That's what we've got to concentrate on. So that's why I'm always, listening, and especially to do with doctors who are followed for do you understand what I mean, okay? And I know for a fact that if our lovely, not in that way, our lovely Dr. Rashid Buttar, know if he was there, he'd be there straight on it, do you see what I mean? Okay, but very sadly, he's no longer here, God love him, to be able to talk or to help. But it was because he was helping, while very sadly, God bless his beautiful dear little soul, he's no longer with us. Do you see? My delicious little babies. And another thing that pees me off before I end my video, you see, sorry, excuse me, this whistleblower, that whistleblower, rewind and start again. Where were the others at the start of this? I mean, we could say better late than never, won't. And ones want to do, interviews. Do you understand what I mean? To me, is it just me who's, there we are, is it just me who's seen it? Because I do not feel it is, and I believe it, the truth be known. Others have said the same thing as me. But when, what's his name? Dr. David Cartland, when he was saying, yeah, I've watched his other videos, and yes, they've only been little ones, I thought, yeah, that's why I mentioned him. But when he was going on, like this is, do you understand what I mean? And then, doctors and nurses, you've got to come out and say what you got to say. But as they're all, super duper. The fact is, his friend, his work colleague, his friend, the clinician woman, right? She put off and put off and put off. She, as far as I'm concerned now, she could have just said no. I mean, where are we now? In 2024, she could have said no, couldn't she? So she, obviously, there was a delay here. There must have been. He never said how long or something. But if everybody else was taking it at a certain time, shall we say, yes? If she was putting it off and putting it off, what was the length of time? That's what we want to know. Do you see what I mean? But I care about everybody, not just one who's an academic clinician. And that's not being nasty, and please God, I hope she gets better. But, sometimes, I mean, my videos, the way I come across, can maybe come out, and someone think, oh, Flippy, I don't like her, she don't really. Do you know what I mean? What it is, I'm very passionate about what I talk about, because I happen to care, there we are, about mankind. I happen to care about our beautiful little babies, our beautiful little babies, little and large animals, creatures great and small, little and large birdies, and little animals, and everything. And mankind. Do you see? But I just don't pinpoint it just to one set of who are important. No, because everybody is important. So sometimes I think maybe if you just looked at his video again and maybe, I don't know, did another video to maybe explain himself. Do you see it? Because it's the way it come across. So I'm not being bitchy towards Dr. David Cartland. No, I'm not being bitchy. I'm just done saying it. But it just kept, But what we want to know out here is what was the time frame? If she put it off, and put it off. Well, what's the time frame? But another thing, if anybody wants myself, to feel sorry for any doctor or any nurse, let me tell you, hell will freeze over first. I am feeling no sorry, not for none of them, not for no doctors and nurses, and who are still doing it now, okay? And in the hospitals, when is it consultants? They just walk along a bed if somebody's elderly. Yeah, I was done saying it on one of my other videos as well. My delicious little babies that I'd heard walking along, just end a laugh. Oh right, and then they wonder why there's many who are scared of the hospitals. Hello. Ding, ding, dong, dong. Well, you'll know the reason why. It's common effing sense, isn't it? For nurse to go in there, God love them, okay? It's very rare that they can ever flipping get out. So no, I wouldn't flipping trust any of those ever again. My delicious little babies, no, I would not. And I certainly would not want to go into a hospital. No, I would not. You do not know what they're doing to you. I mean, you'd be absolutely effing exhausted. You'd have your flipping eyes, flipping popping out your head, flipping for 24 hours a day, just so you never had to sleep. I mean, what about in Ireland? That poor patient was running out the hospital. Gemma Doherty, on her BitChute, Mad Delicious Babies, on one of her videos, she said that somebody had told her, you know, there was a patient running out with the gym jams on, with the pyjamas on, because they were that terrified of what they were going to do in the hospital to him. I think it was a he, of what they were going to do in the hospital to him. And his elderly run out, escaped from the hospital, Mad Delicious Babies, do you say? Well, nobody should have to feel like that. You would have thought that a hospital would be somewhere where it's like safe, where you could trust. But no. Oh no, you certainly cannot trust. Okay? I'm not saying that every single, you know, man or woman who goes into the hospital, I'm not saying that not everybody gets help, because some obviously do. But let me tell you, you get one on the wrong day, let's just say. You know what I mean? Just stick a bit in the old drip, if you follow me. Mad Delicious Babies, and of course, you know, it's intravenous, you know, because they stick all of the tubes in your flipping arms and everywhere, don't they? Mad Delicious Babies, so it can get directly in. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Babies? Are you following me? So like I said, just before I leave my video, I'm not here to hurt, offend, or upset anybody. No, I'm not. It's just that it hurts my heart when I've heard all of this. Do you see, my delicious babies? And I've known, like I said, and beautiful couples and everything, where they should still, there we are, they're still young, should still be here. And they're no longer here, my delicious babies. And prior to that, there was nothing wrong with them. And we're hearing it a lot, aren't we? My delicious little babies, yes. We're hearing it an awful lot, my delicious little babies, do you see? So no, they're not going to be able to brush this under the carpet. No, they're not. In any way, my video's gone on a lot longer than, you know. But like I said, if it gets removed, then I'm banged off for another 2 weeks. Well, then that's the way it is. If YouTube then decide to bang me off totally, well, then just bang me off totally, YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Do yourself a favour. You know, it'd be one less uploader to listen to, weren't it, my delicious little babies? And YouTube, do you say? They can just see me as one less channel to listen to, you know. And of course, you know, they have all their little AI and their little flipping bot dots and whatever else. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. But no, as far as I'm concerned, no. I'm not going to be held to ransom, you know what I mean? That I cannot say this and I cannot say that, like I'm at school. I don't think so. So you're going to remove me video, YouTube, just remove it. Do you know what I mean? Just remove it. And then if you want to bang me off, like I said, you know, because I've upset you again, well, then just do it then, isn't it? You know what I mean? What is it supposed to be? 90 days or something you've got to be not naughty for. So not being a naughty girl for 90 days. Well, I've been naughty again. And anyway, I do not see it as naughty. I shouldn't have to answer to you behind an effing keyboard. F off effing nicely. Now, Barmy, you're bad. Now, Barmy, YouTube, come on. Come on. Because I couldn't give a shout. I've said what I've got to say. And I got nothing personally against, like I said, everybody against David, Dr. David Cartland. I do not know personally how long he's been doing videos for. I do not know. I'd only recently saw him. Do you see what I mean? But it comes to that when, you know, because when you're seeing all these new ones, well, where were they all a good couple of years ago? Where were they? That's all I'm asking, my delicious little babies. That's all I'm asking. And then when you look at poor John O'Looney, our funeral director in Milton Keynes in the UK, my delicious babies, he's had, we don't like this word because we hear him rather a lot, very sadly. He's had death threats and everything. What, because he came out and told the truth? when there are plenty of funeral directors and everywhere, yeah, going shushy, shushy, too frightened, yeah, but they didn't mind watching Dear John now, did they? It sort of reminds you, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You want to interview one nurse, one doctor, one consultant, whatever. You could interview a million of them. But where were they at the beginning now? Because I know the ones, for most, who were there at the beginning, who were raising the alarm to all of this. I know as many as what I can remember. You see? But all these new ones, no. Do you see? And that was it. You know, on Friday, one more thing, that was it. I couldn't remember to do with Boris Twat Putrid effing Johnson, that piece of shit in our UK. My delicious place. I couldn't remember when I was talking to me, dear little friend, my beautiful dear little friend, dear little Kaz. And I couldn't remember, you know. And I just know it was to do with a million or something. Oh, yeah. So what is it? Boris Twat Putrid effing Johnson in our UK, right? Who seems to, you know, like to just, you know, bang out, have lots of families, shall we just say, okay? But then they will tell us, you know, not to have. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, okay? He wanted £1 million for Tucker Carlson in America, apparently, to interview him. He seems to have a very big ego, doesn't he? My delicious little babies, does Boris Putrid Twat Johnson in our UK. Do you know something? I wouldn't pay him 50 pence. Do you know what I mean? I mean, since when does he think that he's that large? And if they do whatever negotiate to pay, well, I tell you what, that one must be as flipping as an Egypt as the other. That is all I can say, my delicious little babies, because nobody would be worth £1 million. Not a chance. And anyway, so it's like money for nothing, isn't it? It's like old rope, you know, because he could be done Boris Twat Johnson. He wouldn't be telling Tucker Carlson anything, there we are, that we do not already effing know. What planet are these on? I just do not understand it. It's not that I do not understand, I fully understand it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's my sarcasm. Anyway, my delicious little babies, yeah, so I stumbled again, didn't I? Yeah. Anyway, my delicious little babies, yeah, it's gone on. That's the way it goes anyway. Chances are, anyway, it's going to get flipping, you know. But if you do not see me, my delicious little babies, please just try in the next day or two, you know, search engine of your choice, woman with a view. Okay, and then, you know, BitChute, my delicious babies, or Mia Tara Virgo. I'm just trying to do it where I do 2 separate channels. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? That's what I'm, you know, wanting to achieve. I shall achieve it. It's just I do not know whether I can do 2 channels or whether I'm just going to have to stick to one, you know, at the moment. I'm not entirely sure yet. Do you see what I mean? But I'll take a look anyway. But thank you for listening, my delicious little babies. I wasn't getting angry with any of you out there, my delicious little babies. It's just pees me off when you've got others who can talk about all these things, you see what I mean? And I cannot. And I've said a third of something, or not even that. And then I still have my videos removed. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And I still got banged off. Do you see what I mean? Do you see? So this time round, well, I said what's on my mind. So if I'm going to get banged off, I may as well, there we are, get banged off. Then again, they might be being sneaky, say, right? And then they're probably, you know, I don't know, they could leave my video up for a couple of hours, and again, they may not. We don't know what they're going to do at the moment, do we? My delicious little babies, okay? But they might be being sneaky, say. And then they might say to themselves, okay, because sometimes I reckon that's what YouTube does as well. It's like they take one video down, but really they're warning you about another video. I know what I'm talking about, my delicious little babies. Do you say? Okay? But it seems that somebody must be monitoring, there we are, my YouTube channel. Mustn't they? My delicious little babies. So they're going for somebody small like myself. You know what I mean? Like a smaller channel, I mean. Okay? So somebody must be watching, there we are, my videos like a hawk, mustn't they? There we are, my delicious little babies, because just like one of those that I told you that I read messages, that it's half alternated and then half, you know, clearly man or woman, I don't know which. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, so it's clearly somebody who does not seem to like me very much. Well, I've got good news for you, love, whoever you are. I do not effing like you either. So the feeling, YouTube, there we are, is most mutual. Okay, just thought I'd let you know that. So carry on deleting my videos. You just sure, and anybody else's, God bless them, who've had theirs removed. You're just showing what you are, and you're all showing, every single one of you, your effing guilt in all of this, stopping others get information. So that is guilt in itself. Anyway, my delicious little babies, you just all look after yourselves now. Like I said, you know, please, you know, you really got to have your flipping effing wits about you, you know, because it is very clear that they're continuing on the killing spree. My delicious little babies, and God bless everybody, and please, can we please keep everybody in our prayers and thoughts? Everybody who's going through what they're going through, because it's wicked, it's evil, and it's putrid what has been done, and they're not showing any signs of stopping, my delicious little babies. They're still continuing to roll this out. It's putrid. And to pregnant women and ladies, dear pregnant women, dear pregnant ladies, and to little babies, and to little bairns, little adolescents, what the effing hell is going on? We know what's going on. It's murder. That's what it is. Hurts my heart. When you talk like this, no, YouTube or others, they, oh no. So you're not allowed to care. You're not allowed to show any emotion for what's happening on an effing daily basis, day and night. All I hear, sirens, Nina, 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 constantly. My delicious little babies, do you say? I cannot remember the last time I've seen a fire engine. I've said that before. I asked somebody the other day, I said, when was the last time you seen a fire engine? Couldn't remember. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you see? Oh, mind you, I suppose the only time, God bless, that you'll ever see a fire engine now is probably if a flipping Lego flipping electric car flipping blew up, or a Lego electric bus or a Lego electric van blew up. Do you see what I mean? Then you'd see them there, wouldn't you, my delicious little babies? But at one time, oh, it was always Nina, 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 always fire engines. You never see them now. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, my delicious little babies, but I do not see any, no. And they're even closing down the before the old pandemic. Okay, they're even closing down the fire stations in places in town and in Brummyland, and then, you know, in other places. Yeah, see what I mean? So somebody must have been up to something, mustn't they, my delicious little babies? This, you know, all this is all bad design, is it? It's been going on a long time, hasn't it? You say? Okay. That's my video, my delicious little babies. Wherever you are in the world, have a super duper and delicious time. You only get one life, okay? And if it is night time, because it is night time for myself now, my delicious little babies, you know, night, night, sleep tight and watch the bed bugs don't bite. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And I do love you all, sir. Once again, thank you so very much for listening. I wasn't shouting at you. Thank you for any likes, you know, any comments, you know, any subscribes. Thank you for everything, okay, my delicious little babies. But to me, I can't work like this. I cannot work like this. Do you see what I mean? You should be able to have a freedom of speech, okay? So I'll go over to BitChute, and then I'll look at other places to take myself as well, my delicious little babies, okay? I'm sure that there's room in the inn. That's the old-fashioned saying, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Come on in. There's room in the inn. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Like I said, with YouTube, it's like they're trying to get rid of anybody who talks common sense and that. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, or anyone who wants to help others. They want to get rid of everybody. They got rid of the banging. at the start of it, the start of the old 2020, you know, the old pandemic and that. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. And they got rid of the banging ones then. Do you see what I mean? Like our lovely David Icke, you know, not in that way, not in that way. You know, our lovely UK column, not in that way, not in that way. Do you see what I mean? Yeah? Got rid of the banging ones, do you say? And then, of course, bit by bit by bit, and then they get it down, and then you got the alternative media. Then that's how I believe that there we are, that they're playing this. Do you see what I mean? So they want to get everybody off, or anybody who does not comply or do as they're told, because they're naughty, naughty, naughty. Tap, 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 tap. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Then you've got the other ones. So then other ones then can brainwash others. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? That's what I believe that they're trying to steer it as. But I don't know. I don't think I have a very strong feeling, my delicious little babies, that maybe YouTube, let's just say, not in literal terms, my delicious little babies, it's a figure of speech, but they'll be looking back and they'll be kicking themselves. Do you see what I mean? At this big mistake they've made. Yeah, they will. Especially when others have, you know, got plenty of, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, you say, okay? They'll be looking, there won't be, I wouldn't say smiling for long, my delicious little babies. I cannot see it, no. I mean, you still got some good who are on YouTube, okay? But you have to be careful because, you know, if they've got to play the game as well, you're still not getting the full truth, are you? So you've got to be careful here with what's going on, do you say? And then you got flipping Twitter on the other side of things. And he's doing it, you know, like where ones, you know, they cannot get their what they want to say out, you know, because they start shadow banning, doing all these things. Now, can you see what's happening, my delicious little babies? Yes, but for those of you who know, you already know. But for other delicious little babies, you're probably not aware of all this, what's going on. Do you see? Well, yeah, it's all going on big time. See what I mean? So banging them off YouTube, banging them off Twitter, you know, they'll keep saying with Twitter. They will. Tweet. They'll keep saying, because that's who's running it as well. He's a twit, isn't he? He's putrid as well. What, Elon Musk, okay? Well, the fact of the matter is that they're the same, and they suspend and then everything like that, and then they try and make out to the world that they do not. They're flipping effing barefaced lies as well. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, do you say? Simply because they just do not want others to know things, do you say? Can you say? So he's not anybody's friend either. So whoever has an interview with Elon Musk, just to let anybody know, my delicious little babies, well, for the ones delicious little babies who do know, but for the other delicious little babies who seem to think that he's a friend and he's going to be a good little ally, no, he's not. Okay? He can buy and sell you and pee all over you just like he's doing with others. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So I'd be very... Watch your step with a man like that. Keep one eye open and one eye closed with somebody like that. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Wouldn't trust him as far as you could throw him. Okay? My delicious little babies. Anyway, that's the end of my video. So you just take care, because I'm going to have my curry now. Because I'm rather hungry, so I'm going to make another coffee and I'm going to have my curry. So night. God bless. Take care. Love you all. Love you forever. Bye-bye, my delicious little babies. Okay? Please take care of your little selves, your little families. Love to you all, and God bless. Peace, love and blessings. Night.